doesn't happen by accident. There were responsible people that had to be aware. People like the home run, the long ball, the touchdown pass. You like the knockout punt. It was, in sports terms, catastrophic. Greedy people. I mean, both sides. May the best millionaires win. Tanya Harding was like this female version of the trucker. Nancy Kerrigan was kind of like this fluttery Snow White character. Hang around, you know, the golden bear is on the prowl. And it was an experience, I think, that frankly made me a bigger golf fan and appreciate not only greatness, but greatness at a great spot. It's sad that he is so hated because he is one of the best baseball players of all time, with or without the alleged steroids. There was expectations for greatness when you match a player of his potential coming out of college at an organization like the Celtics. And certainly that World Series, I think, helped rally America when we needed it most. He had kind of a John Wayne, Clint Eastwood style, a kind of a macho, I can handle anything. His nickname was the Intimidator, this tough, aggressive driver.
Seven-time Winston Cup champion and former Daytona 500 winner Dale Earnhardt has died from a crash suffered in Sunday's Daytona 500. And welcome back to the show. Now try and make sense of this. The cities of Chicago, Miami, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh will not be involved in NFL games this week, but Mexico City and San Antonio will be. Here's more of what's going on in Week 4.
Is there any doubt in your mind you could be and I'm not trying to say Peyton Manning, but a 300-yard passer every week, put up the numbers if an offense needs you to do that?
I think I could, and I would love that opportunity. I would love that challenge.
But it had to be frustrating for you. And then your first game at quarterback, you throw 6 touchdown passes, right? Your senior year, you have 54 touchdown passes. So were you saying, like, why didn't I have this chance earlier?
Yeah, and that's
it seems like you're always motivated or proving something to
always.
somebody.
Yes, that's the way it always is.
Is A-Rod not getting a fair shake from Yankee fans? Should he be more accepted?
I mean, he's you know, the Yankee fans, they expect a lot. Alex expects a lot of.
I know that you have a lot of other endorsements, but there is a Derek Jeter fragrance, men's cologne, Drivet, which is a perfect name. Now, you had to have some input on that name.
Oh, yeah. See, that was the thing. This was like it was a partnership. It wasn't just an endorsement deal. I got a chance to do the whole thing. I mean, come up with the fragrance, the name, the packaging, the logo. I mean, it's a fun project. I'm looking forward to it. I'll get you some.
Yeah, I could use it. It might, and it'll help you with that, that marriage thing, the girls you were talking about. Before we let you go, I heard you say you're aggressive on and off the track.
Okay, a little bit, because I mean, some of the racing does rub off when I go on the streets, and I do my best to control it, but I just have a really big comfort zone.
As a driver and as the way people see you, because you're really a public figure. I mean, it shows with the ratings and the appearances. Good for the sport, even though some drivers may feel like they're being, I don't know, pushed aside because of that.
Well, I would hope that everybody can understand and recognize that I'm just doing what's coming to me, and not even all of it.
Guys must have been intimidated, though, dating you, that this race car driver with this confidence that you have.
I don't know. That's probably why I didn't have very many boyfriends growing up, maybe.
And marriage, does that scare you?
Not
if
at all.
Racing doesn't?
I am so excited to get married. It's going to be wonderful.
We're watching exciting young quarterbacks here tonight in Vince Young and Jamarcus Russell. It wasn't too long ago Steve McNair was here, and his career didn't end so well when they didn't like what he was doing here, and he wound up in Baltimore at the age 34. He wrapped things up. As the Brett Favre saga showed us, there's no easy way sometimes for great quarterbacks to call it a game. It was the ideal way to finish a career. After winning back-to-back Super Bowls, John Elway, at the age of 38, rode off into the sunset as a Bronco. For 38-year-old Dan Marino and our own Troy Aikman, who was 34, the wear and tear on their bodies told them when it was time to leave, ending their careers in the same uniform they began.
Back to throw Montana.
Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls in San Francisco, but revived his career in Kansas City, and at the age of 37, led the Chiefs to the championship game. Johnny Unitas, who led the Colts to the 1958 NFL Championship, finished his Hall of Fame career at the age of 40, playing just one disappointing season for the Chargers. And then there was Joe Namath, who predicted the Jets' upset victory in Super Bowl III. What he couldn't predict was the end of his career. Broadway Joe, at age 34, was left in pain and frustration, appearing in just 4 games for the Los Angeles Rams. And now we'll all watch to see which scenario plays out for Broadway Brett.
I felt 38 today. I'm not going to lie to you. My arm's kind of dragging a little bit today. It's not really sore, but just fatigued.
Brett Favre will make his first start as a Jet at the Meadowlands on Saturday night against the Washington Redskins. And earlier news coming out that the Packers are considering approaching Brett Favre about a retirement deal similar to the package that they offered him before he was traded to the Jets. Again, once he retires with the Jets so that they're in charge of his marketing and merchandise, they want to be in on the action. For the Phils, a fanatic celebration, the trophy presentation. Charlie Manuel, Cole Hamels, the MVP for this National League Championship Series, General Manager Pat Kelly, CEO and President David Montgomery, and Bill Giles, who is the honorary National League President and Chairman of the Phils, with the Warren C. Giles trophy. Your father would be proud watching down at this special moment.
He would be very proud tonight.
I know this is about Texas and the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, but in the bigger picture, championship, one loss, you know who you beat. Should you be in the mix there?
Yes. I wasn't sure before. Right now, Friday morning, I'm going to vote Texas #1 because I think this is the best team in the country.
All right, that's pretty clear. Thanks again.
Thank you, Chris.
It is more than just a race. It's an event, and you can still smell the campfire. Why are so many people coming from all over to Talladega, Alabama? The track, the longest, the speed, the fastest, the drivers, the best. Junior's won here 5 times. Jeff Gordon has won here 6 times. Tony Stewart finally won here last year. Who will it be today? More than 150,000 on hand, and your view isn't bad either. Temperature on the 80s, it'll heat up, sunny and clear as NASCAR on Fox welcomes you to Sprint Cup Racing and our Hollywood Hotel trackside. The driver, Darrell Waltrip, the crew chief, Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers, and great to be here at Talladega.
I would love to see Chris in the kitchen, actually.
My son, you're his favorite driver, but he hasn't met you yet. Hey, I'm kidding. All right, Tony, have fun. Have fun today, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Dick Berggren, he's our senior correspondent, right?
Yeah.
He's so old that he lost to Mark Twain on Star Search.
Oh!
Dick, I don't want to say you're old now, but I know on Dick's birthday, Lincoln takes the day off. He's so old, he knew the Dead Sea when it was just getting sick. All right, we kid. Dick Berggren's been around, he was,
don't go there.
He was a busboy at the Last Supper. No, your blood type expired, Dick. I'll stop.
He's older than dirt.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that was not nice, and I'm sorry. But thanks for playing along, Dick.
Dick, this is TV, not AM.
Let's check in with Steve Bird. Steve, help us out here. The NFL is mourning the loss of one of its own, Gene Upshaw, at the age of 63, passing away today, dying of pancreatic cancer. He found out he had the cancer as recently as Sunday, survived by his wife and 3 children. Upshaw went from a Hall of Fame guard for the Oakland Raiders to the leader of the NFL Players Union, where he helped the league reach great heights. Upshaw, a 7-time Pro Bowl guard, was part of one of the best blocking lines in NFL history. Over a 15-year playing career, he appeared in a Super Bowl in 3 different decades, the only player to ever accomplish that feat with one team. He was voted team captain, an early indication his leadership skills were extraordinary. Upon his retirement as a player, he was named executive director of the union, a position he held for 25 years. Although criticized by some for his closeness with ownership, Upshaw will be remembered for his steady leadership and championing the cause for player free agency. Friends and colleagues were shocked by his death.
Gene was a tremendous believer in the game of football. He had a lot of pride, and he believed very firmly in the NFL and its players. And he did a fantastic job of representing them, and he's made the NFL greater because of his leadership.
He's going to go down in history as one of the most influential people in the National Football League.
My memories of Gene is just a strong individual, standing for what he believed in, and he's left us in a very, very good position.
Gene was an extremely loyal individual, particularly to those within the Raider family. Gene was there to lend a financial hand to players that had fallen on hard times, either medically or financially. And that, I think, speaks volumes about who Gene was as a person. I'd like to extend my heartfelt condolences to Gene's wife, Terry, and their 3 children. Gene will be sorely missed.
And this from Paul Tagliabue, former commissioner, quoting in both careers, talking about Gene Upshaw. If you hit him in the head, he could hit you back twice as hard, but he didn't always do so. You think Oklahoma took you lightly?
We know they did.
Really?
The way they were talking about us the whole entire game, the way they were talking to us when they were down, I mean, the whole entire week, we felt like we were their little brothers.
How about that final play, the gutsiness to go for 2?
I mean, we just felt amazing that our coach had enough confidence in us to go for 2, to win this game, because we were playing to win, not to lose.
All right, and I know you're going to propose to your girlfriend. Congratulations.
Hey.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Tommy, he's going to really do this. All right, Tommy, she said yes. Ian Johnson proposing to the head cheerleader at Boise State. Does it get any better than this in college football?
I don't have anything else left to say.